What's up, everybody? Check it out. Out here at night, replacing the belt on the Gladiator. Completely 100% my fault. Something I did, mistake I made, done it. Can't go back and change it. Moving on. So I gotta replace the belt. By the way, if you get a good belt, the jokers are expensive. Anyway, a while back I had this squealing noise coming from under the hood. Didn't know what it was. I had a kind of feeling that it might be one of the pulleys. I had somebody else look at it, get a second opinion. They say the same thing, might be one of the pulleys. So I decided to order the pulleys, the idler pulley and the tensioner pulley. Now when I ordered these things, I said, well, whenever I get around to it, I put them on. I don't want to take all that stuff off just for a couple pulleys when they ain't broken yet. So now's a good time to replace them. So I took the one pulley off and listen. Now you say to yourself, well, that's a lot of play, it's definitely broken. Doesn't necessarily mean it's broken, because if you can see, there's this metal ring right here. Well, it's almost like a lock nut type deal. I know there's a special name for it. I don't know it. Y'all can look it up, whatever. Tighten the bolt up. It tightens up around the threads, and guess what? It gets tighter, right? So I can tighten this thing all the way up. You can't hear it. Well, maybe you can. Now, I don't know whether you heard that, but there's still a little noise in it, still a little play in it. Now, watch this. New one. Nothing. Quiet. Ring is tight. Quiet. There you go. Now, I'm not saying the tensioner pulley isn't bad too, but we definitely know this one was bad. Good thing I already had a new one. I'm going to put that on. Maybe check the tensioner pulley while I'm under here, since I got another one of those. But just a tip I want to throw out there to y'all. And by the way, the noise it was making was like a squealing noise. Sometimes it gets louder, sometimes it gets lower. Like bearings are going bad. And probably what was happening was the bearings were going bad in that pulley. So if y'all hear something like that going on in your Jeep or any car you got, that might be what the problem is. I don't know, but it's something you could check. That's your tip. Y'all peace out. All right, here we go again. So I got the right passenger side tensioner pulley, and I'm gonna try to do this. Hope y'all can hear it on the camera. I don't know whether you can hear the rattling noise, but that's probably the bearings going bad. So check this out. Here's the new one. Ooh. Silence. There you go. That's the other pulley. See y'all in a minute. Oh, and real quick, just to help y'all out in case y'all ever have to change the belt, the alternator, the vacuum pump, or anything to get down there, point it out to you real quick. First of all, the hose right here that goes to the air cleaner, take it off. A couple 10mm bolts right there to get that off. Pull it off from there. Then you go down there, and if you can see it down there, there's the vacuum pump. There's a couple bolts to that. You can take off the one hose that comes over here that goes to the vacuum pump. And once you take the vacuum pump off, and then if you look right there, there's a hole right there. That's for the tensioner pulley. You get you a big 1/2-inch wrench, a 3/4 with adapter, whatever you got to fit in that square hole right there for your ratchet or your breaker bar. Lean it back that way, turn it clockwise. It loosens up the tension. Take the belt off. Then you take the 4 bolts right here, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, that go to the alternator, pull the alternator off. And then under there, there's a triangle shaped bracket that has the other tensioner pulley on there. Want to take the 2 bolts out of there, there's an M10 and an M8 up there, pull those off. Then you got all that off, and then you have access to everything that's right there. To put them back on, you just repeat. Put the bracket back on, back up under there. Now remember, if you want to change that pulley out, the pulley sits behind the bracket on the inside. So you put the bracket back on. But first, you want to put the belt around everything. Around the engine, the power steering, or whatever you got, even alternator. And don't put it on that tensioner pulley on the passenger side. Then once you get everything bolted back up, alternator, all your connection to your air cleaner box, everything, that's the last thing you want to do is you want to put it on that last tensioner pulley. So what I'm going to do is, when I get all of this back up, I'm going to put the belt tight on the alternator, and the only thing left be that passenger side tensioner pulley. I know it's hard to see because there's a shadow under there, and I apologize for that because it's at nighttime, but Get it on everything else. Make sure it's in the grooves, on the crank, everything. Go over there. Pull that tensioner pulley back clockwise with your right hand. Take your left hand. Go up under there. Put it around that pulley, and boom, you're good to go. So that's it. If anybody needs the torque specifications for anything up under here, just hit me up, let me know, and I'll be happy to provide them for you. Peace out.